Hey folks, it's me, Clint. Hey, just got the Tascam US-2x2HR. This is a great audio interface. I'm hoping. I just bought it. I have researched audio interfaces for about the last month. This is the new series by Tascam. Tascam's always made nice products. This thing is rugged. It's a steel construction, 2 or 3 pounds if I was guessing. Just the build quality is really nice. I did look at Focusrite, Audient, Steinberg, you name it. I watched 10,000 different YouTube videos on what audio interface I should buy, and I settled on this one. One thing that I was looking for is I want a really simple, cheap mobile studio. I've had all different kinds of studios in the past, and one of the tricky things with a studio is if it's too complicated, I'm just not going to do it. I don't have time. I'm a professional, but I like to record music, get ideas down and things like that. But again, if I've got to have the biggest computer on earth and try to figure out every different plug-in known to man, it takes the fun out of music for me. I think you can get a really good, at least for what I'm trying to accomplish, get ideas down. Maybe even go so far as post some things on iTunes, and I've done the whole big professional recording studio thing. I've got some Buffalo Road is a band that I was in, and we've got a release out there on Apple Music. So a little pump there, but we paid $6,000 or $7,000 to get that produced and all that good stuff. So I'm at a different stage in my life now where I'm just writing some music from time to time. I do a 1 and 2 man band acoustic setup. So I just want to get some ideas down. GarageBand's real simple, which I like that. I can plug in my Martin guitar, my Shure mic into this thing and get going. But what I like about it is this is class compliant. So that means you don't have to download any drivers or any crazy stuff like that. And one of my key goals was I want to record with an iPad. I can take that to the bar with me if I'm playing. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and I can hit record on GarageBand and get things going. I don't have to have any special drivers to my understanding for the iPad. I like the build construction of the Tascam, and some of the key features that I was looking for in the audio interface, which I think are really important, is I wanted 2 inputs on it. I spent about $150 on Amazon for this baby. You could get it at Sweetwater or Musician's Friend or wherever you like to buy things, a Guitar Center, so forth. I just happen to have a bunch of Amazon gift cards from Christmas, so that's why I bought it there. It's all about the same price. It's $150. They have a $99 version, which is a 1 input version, but that wasn't going to do it for me. The 4 input version's about $200. I really didn't need that yet. I may upgrade to something like that later, but right now I didn't need it. But the key things that I was looking for was the 2 inputs, and this has both XLR, a 1/4 inch jack on the same jack, which is really cool. You can plug a microphone in here. You can plug a guitar in here. It's got phantom power if you've got a condenser mic. I've done a lot of research on mics too. I don't think you have to spend a ton of money. I use an SM57 and an SM58 for almost everything I do. I do have a condenser mic. Maybe my ears are old, but I can't tell a lot of difference. If you get the recording volume set right and use a good quality Shure mic, you're probably in the clear for getting a good quality recording. As you can see behind me, I have the blue snowball. That's okay for doing Microsoft Teams or Zoom meetings or Google Meet, but it lacks a lot of features, and you'll see a lot of things on the internet with those. They're nice and they're simple, But one of the problems with those is you can't directly monitor except through your computer. It's just missing a lot of features. I don't want to have to use something like this to record my guitar, and I want just an all-around better vocal mic. I want flexibility, so the audio interface delivers that for you. This should be pretty simple. Some cool things about it are it is, and I'm trying to find the little cable that came with it, USB-C. So on the back, that's the newest, fastest USB connection. It's right here. It's a smaller one. I was worried when I bought it that it wouldn't come with the cable. It did. It did come with the cable. It comes with USB-C on one end and a USB-A on the other. I believe that's what it is. So it plugs right into about any computer. In my case, I'm going to be using an iPad, so very important that you purchase the original, authentic Apple camera adapter. It has a USB and the power port for your lightning connector. Don't cheap out on this. Don't buy a $5 one on Amazon or eBay. Buy the actual Apple official one, because as Apple updates and makes updates to their iOS operating system, the cheap ones don't receive some of that information, and you'll end up wasting money from what I've heard, read, and experienced. And so it's just best just to buy the Apple original. Plus, I bought an Apple El Cheapo, is what I'd call it, lightning power cable, and I about caught my garage on fire and blew up my wife's Lincoln MKZ. So we don't want to do that either. So it's just best just buy the high quality one. It's not that much more money, so get it. On the back of this thing, you've got your two MIDI in and outs, which is nice. USB-C. If you want an additional power supply, you can, but this thing will take bus power. Again, I think I'm hoping that I can power it through the lightning when I plug it in. If not, you know, how much can a power adapter cost? Probably $10. At Radio Shack, if you've got one around you, a lot of those are out of business now, but you can grab them on Amazon, or again, Musician's Friend, Guitar Center, Sweetwater, whatever flavor you like to shop at. It's got the 2/4 inch inputs. Now note on this, and I went to Tascam's website after I told my mom for Christmas I wanted a couple nice cables to plug in for my Alesis monitor speakers, that I just got the single pin. So these are balanced. So when you purchase a cable, and I purchased these again off Amazon, I get one of these open. Just a nice braided cable, gold connectors, balanced. You're going to have the two rings on there. And then on the other side, you've got your XLR. Again, gold connectors on there. You're out, I don't know what these are, 12 or 14 bucks a piece, depending on the size you get. This is a 6-footer. I got two of those. These are going to plug right in the back of here, like such, and then into my monitors. Some of the key features that I've had some different audio interfaces, and you'll find that after you've had a couple, these are very important to me. They might be important to you, but I'll tell you they're really super convenient. Is this thing bumps up a little bit. If you see it here on my table, it sits up so you can kind of see everything. When they're sitting flat to the ground, they're hard to read. This angles up just enough where you can see it. So that was a feature I really liked that a lot of other audio interfaces didn't have. One of the other key elements is the headphone. All these knobs are super solid. Tascam makes a great product. They're not floppy and junky like some of the cheap plastic interfaces that you see out there. The $48 ones, I'm not going to mention names, but some of those, they're just probably not worth the money. The connectors on them are cheap. You're probably going to buy it, and if you get into recording, you know, less than a year later, you're already hating the thing. and it's not a high quality interface. I want something with good knobs on it. I want something I can plug my headphones into the front. Some of them have headphone jacks in the back. I hate that because you got to reach around and usually, you know, you're butting this thing up against the wall or something to kind of get it out of the way. And the last thing you want to do is be unplugging headphones from the back of it or having to deal with the back of it. I don't personally do any MIDI stuff. I'm pretty much a singer-songwriter, guitar player, so this is perfect for me. The other thing this has is the line out for my Alesis studio monitors. And again, the volume's on the front. Some of these you'll see the fan and power switches in the back. Again, I don't want to have to reach around the back and get a flashlight out and try to figure out how to turn the fan and power on. So I like everything on this is on the front of it. And then it also has a balance between your monitor and your computer. So when you're direct monitoring, I really like the Focusrite 2i2, and I was looking at that, but one issue with the Focusrite 2i2 is it just has a button for direct monitoring. There's not a blend button. And the Focusrite 2i2 is in the same price point, and probably, actually, I think it costs just a hair more. So for me, this just had that added feature on it. And again, I probably spent more than necessary time researching this, but that's kind of what I do. I enjoy the purchase. I enjoy getting a good piece of gear. I didn't want to break the bank on it. If you spend a little time on YouTube and listen to some other videos, they'll compare, you know, $150 interface like this with a high-end, you know, thousands of dollars studio interfaces, and they'll switch back and forth, and you really can't tell the difference. At least me. I mean, I guess if you're Metallica and you want you got to have the best sound or whatever your flavor and favorite band is, you know, you've got the money to do those kind of things. But I'm just a guy at home having some fun. So this interface seems to meet my needs. Some of the other things it comes with, you get sample tank. I don't know if I'll use it again. I'm a singer-songwriter, but it does have the passkey and all that good stuff on there for sample tank, which has all your cool MIDI stuff from drums to keyboards and so forth. You get Autotune. I'm not a rapper. Obviously, you can tell I sound like a hillbilly, but if you're into Autotune and you want that kind of cool sound and you're doing some hip-hop and stuff, you may want that. And it comes with that software, and the license keys are all on the back. I'm not going to show that. And then you also get Cubase LE, which I've used on a laptop in the past. Cubase LE is a pretty simple product to use. It's pretty robust, and you can upgrade to some of their bigger, higher end stuff. So comes with those three softwares. I didn't unbox it for you because everybody knows how to open a box, right? But anyway, it was, you know, it took me 30 seconds to get it out of the box. It comes with a nice manual, which is nice, and so forth. Looks like it, you know, if you want to read 500 pages of stuff, go for it. And then finally, I wanted to record on my iPad to GarageBand because GarageBand's really simple and it's free with an iPad. You know, you can go drop $1,000 on an iPad, or you can buy an iPad for $400. But I'm hoping that between a $150 interface and an iPad that's pretty current, I have the 128 gig just standard iPad. I think I spent between $400 and $500 on it. That's going to be my studio, you know. So hope this helped you out. You know, like my video if you would, and shoot me a message in there or comment if you got any more questions. Enjoy recording. If you're purchasing an interface, I'd highly look at this. It's, again, the Tascam US-2x2HR. Cool. Take care.